Thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm back with another video. Let's get into it. Papoose went and got a tattoo of Claressa's name on his arm, and he posted this a little while ago with Ed Sheeran's song playing, the Thinking Out Loud song. You know, he's trying to play into his role, into his job, what he has to do. And am I buying this or taking this serious? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, for many reasons. We see the tattoo, right? You see it. This looks like the opposite arm. I don't think this is the same arm of Remy's tattoo. It's the other arm, because this is a video of him getting the tattoo done that he posted. And to me, I think this is a bigger joke, because the proper thing to do would have been the lovable thing to do would have been to remove Remy's tattoo first before getting Claressa tatted on you. Now, of course, that tattoo of Remy on his arm would have required multiple visits to have that removed. Agreed, right? However, he's been with Claressa now for 2+ years. And I'll get into that, because she made sure to put 2+ years in a post of them two where she's quoting Remy, reciting Remy in her caption. Now, if you guys have been together this long, Claressa ran and got his name tatted on her, like within months of them being exposed by Remy. And he's had all this time to get the Remy tattoo removed. Never did. So instead of him doing that, he goes and gets Claressa's name on his arm. And I feel is to get attention on him for today, because it's her fight. And we all know he's a narcissist. And he's probably feeling a way about the attention she's about to get tonight. I really think that. He could have done this any other day. Any other day. He waits until the day of her fight, a couple of hours before, to post a tattoo that he got of her name so people can talk about it like we're doing right now. This is what he wants. He wants attention on him. Also, because Remy just dragged Claressa again on a track, exposed that he sent her a cease and desist. So what does he do? How does he react? He goes and gets Claressa's name, which just goes to show you really don't care about this. You're doing it out of spite. You're doing it to try to prove a point to the internet, like we don't already know the real. Like we don't even know what's going on. Have been watching this play out for years now. And you think that we're that stupid that this small tattoo that you just got is proving a point. And he made sure to get it small like that, because it can easily be covered up. At this case, I don't even think he cares to cover it up or not, whether they work out or not. Look, he still has Remy on his arm. And I really think that Claressa, even though she's going to boast about this, and as of right now, while I'm recording this video, she probably has posted about this or reposted it already or said something. I'm pretty sure she has. But I'm going to tell you now, if she had any real sense in her head, she would have been preferring for him to have Remy removed first. But then again, the way she loves being a part of this triangle, even though we know that Remy just wants out, and at this point she's still tied in. But Claressa likes this. She likes it. It's no woman in her right mind that's going to sit here. I would feel played if I was her, because you have your wife's whole face and name on the other arm, and then look at the space for my tat. You got this small little name right here. He ain't putting her face on his arm. He's not doing that for her. So what is this supposed to prove? It's just proving that she's number two once again. That's all that this is proving. And let's get into the caption, because I tell you, this man really likes to pretend, and he's full of it. The caption says, "Salute to whoever the person is," he tagged them, "for bringing this amazing art to life." What is so amazing about this? This is not art. This is a name. It's a tattooed name. It is Very basic. So you see the words that he uses to just further prove that he's just full of it for bringing this amazing art to life. Amazing art. That's what he's calling this. So here he goes, like I said, he wants to take the attention away from Claressa tonight. And he thinks that, oh, look what I did today, the day of her fight. You had all the time in the world to not only have Remy's tattoo removed by now, or to get this one. If that's the case, like if you were waiting or weren't waiting to have Remy's tattoo taken off first before you get Claressa tatted, why do it today? Well, let's move on to what Claressa posted earlier today. This is a post, and this is how attention seeking they are, because I'm just putting this together. This is a post that Claressa had on her actual page, on her feed. It was like a carousel of other photos, right? This was one of them. She takes the photo and reposts it into her stories and then puts laughing emojis 2+ years later to let people know, oh yeah, we definitely lied about how long we've been together. That's why she puts laughing emojis, just like she did when it was their supposed first time meeting each other at the game back in July. And she had laughing emojis with that. And we already figured out, like, okay, the timeline is off. You guys apparently were together longer, which just proves that she was clearly with Tony Rich when she got with Papoose, as well as Maserati Bud. She puts this 2+ years later, and then in the caption puts, me and my man, So D, got bum bees mad. Aha. When I tell you, I really think she has every Remy verse memorized. For her to sit up on that man, I forget the man's name, when she freestyled and he asked her about Remy, and she claimed she didn't know her music, just like she said in the Justin LaBoy interview, she didn't know her music or something like that. This is really crazy. And Claressa, it's no way that you're one-upping her by walking around with a man that she not only is married to, but has a kid with and has been with for over 20 years. You're not one-upping her at all. Why don't you let it go and just focus on being with Papoose? What is the problem? I don't want to hear her speak on Remy in another interview. Like, she needs to be shut up like that. Nothing else needs to come out her mouth when it comes to Remy. To try to spin this, as well as the video that I posted of her with her yes men, I posted it in the shorts tab with her yes men and talking. It's like, Claressa, I don't know what game you think you're playing or who you think that you are, but when you get humbled, just know you can't run to the internet to cry about Papoose once things go left. You can't be a victim in any way when it comes to him. You have literally been so disrespectful to a woman that has known him way longer than you, tried to give you a heads up, tried to let you know, hey, watch out. It's going to go a whole different way. You need to be ready for it. And you're sitting here spinning it, trying to make it seem like Remy is this stalker. Trying to make it seem like Remy is the stalker. Only because she's finally responding to you constantly keeping her name in your mouth for 2 years at least. So she thinks she's winning right here. Let her think she's winning. She thinks she has Papoose. He wouldn't got the tat, all of the things. Let her believe that. But don't play victim and don't act like you weren't warned. because you can't see nothing but being with a married man. That's all you can see at this point. And he is going to secure the money by getting your name tatted on him, which he just did. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be paid, and off of this fight, he's going to get his cut. And this is his thank you for it. You know, that's how I see it. I don't see a piece of love in it at all. Like, this is not love. He's playing games and he's mad at Remy. And that's really what I think. But he still looks dumb because you need to remove Remy from your arm to really prove to us and yourself that you're done. Remy reposted something to let you know where her mind is at, how she's thinking. So it says, did all that hating and gossiping about me and still couldn't stop nothing. I'll be mad too. Aha, with laughing emojis. Remy reposted this and like this, and she's letting Papoose know, LOL, at you being mad. It's not stopping nothing. That cease and desist, it means nothing. It did nothing. It stopped nothing. So what does he do? He runs and get a tattoo because he's so mad. He's so mad. Also, when it comes to Alicia, you know, Claressa copying her swimsuit at her weigh-in and everything. Her and Franchon exchanged tweets, and Alicia is like, I'm on these bees mood boards with laughing emojis. This was, of course, after the weigh-in, and everyone saw what Claressa copied, as usual. And Franchon replied, and she's like, oh my God, this is cray. I guess like crazy. This is cray. Yeah. You definitely made the roster. Welcome to the club. Because, you know, that's what Claressa does. She loves to act like she's friends with people, falls out with them, and then copies their moods, their looks, everything. The way they talk, she just copies style. That's what she does because she lacks it. She lacks it. And it's no amount of wigs, makeup, cheap outfits, fake luxurious lifestyles that you try to portray. It's not enough because it's not real. And you're not real. So Franchon said that. And she's joking with Alicia, like, you definitely made the roster. Welcome to the club. Alicia's in there now, even though Claressa has like continuously spoken about her interview after interview. It's always Remy, Alicia, and Layla. But after the fight that Claressa had with Franchon earlier in the year, she was talking about her too. And then that kind of like went away. But she was talking about Franchon a lot in her interviews before and of course after the fight. And even just the respect factor that Claressa is giving Kaye Scott, like bowing down to her almost, right? Like, to see her act this way with Kaye Scott and be so disrespectful to Franchon, I know Franchon is pissed at that, and she should be. I feel her, I'm not going to say pain, but I can feel her frustration. I can feel her, like, the nerve of her to literally physically be injured because of a brawl at their weigh-in, and then see Claressa come with Kaye Scott and sit here and bow down and all of a sudden be so respectful. It's crazy. So I don't blame Franchon for going off the way she's been the past few days or whatever on X. But she revealed something when it comes to, because if you guys have been watching my videos, the ones that have been keeping up with this with me and everything, I have definitely said that Kaye Scott is not promoting. Why is Kaye Scott not promoting? All she's doing is her OnlyFans, living her life. It's like she can care less about this fight. It's almost as if she's paid to lose the fight. And I've been saying this. I've said it multiple times. And Franchon clarified this because there was a tweet, and it's cut off because actually I really didn't even care what this person was saying because her response is like, was the answer I've been looking for. So The person is like, of course, Claressa is the favorite in her fight with Kaye Scott tomorrow. That makes perfect sense. But what doesn't make sense is people denigrating Scott. So he was pretty much talking about the way people have been talking about Kaye Scott. And Franchon is like, unfortunately, her promoter didn't promote her, but he did say Claressa pays me, so it makes sense. So there we have it. This is why Kaye Scott wasn't doing anything, because Claressa is paying her promoter probably to not do anything. You see? It's always a catch. Like, I knew something was behind it, because it's no way that Kaye Scott wasn't even on the Ticketmaster logo with Claressa. It was Claressa by herself. Not Franchon. Kaye Scott, she has done nothing but just come to the conference, weigh in, and that's it. So Claressa's acting like this and bowing down to her because she's paying to be able to do so. Crazy. I mean, this right here, it's no way any good is going to come from you being this way. This is real slithery, okay? Real snakish, real grimy. That's what this is. Paying for everything. You're coming out of pocket for everything. All of the seats, of course, it's not sold out, but giving tickets away, giving away tickets like this is, what are you really gonna make off of this fight? Paying anyone that you see around her is getting paid from her. She's making money for them. That's what she's doing with anybody that she's around, including Papoose. So guys, let me know what you think about this. Please drop a comment. Please like my video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Please hype the video. And thank you for watching, and I'll talk to all of you again soon.